Episode 4. Hello, you're watching Black by Reality, place for Black by baddies and those who love us. We are continuing our discussion about Cruel Summer Season 2. And if you haven't watched part 1, where we started talking about episodes 2 to 4, please go back. This is a second part to that long discussion to catch up with the current episodes. All right, I'm guessing you're still here because you have watched part 1. And for part 2, I am still here with my bestie, Alisha. Hi, Alisha.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Ready to continue our talk.
Episode
We're
4
in it now.
answers it.
July
Answers it quick.
23rd, 1999. Megan tells Isabella that she wants to change things up. She wants to be a bad girl, you know? And Isabella's like, I know this life. Let me teach you. Jeff suggests...
What a great opening, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was such a, like, she's just like, I'm trying to be a baddie now. Like, teach me your ways. And
yes.
and she's like giggling as she's saying it. Like, you are so far from a baddie. And Isabella's like so calm, just sitting on the bed, like, okay, whatever. Like, you're not about this life, but fine. I'll turn you out a little bit. Also, I feel like they're so gay. Like, can we talk about how, like, teenage girly friendships were so, like, there was something so, like, romantic about them. Like, the way that they're telling each other, like, or Isabella, rather, is telling Megan, because Megan does not return it. She's like, Isabella says it to Megan, and then Megan turns around and says it to Luke. Isabella's like, you are the most important person in my life. Like, that is so romantic. And then she doesn't say it back.
Be.
I mean, I would not want someone to say that to me, but like, it is a very romantic thing to say. It can be. And then Megan keeps her mouth shut when she says it. She doesn't say it back. She turns around and says it to Luke, and also Luke doesn't even say it back. Like,
first of all, the fact that she couldn't even come up with her own words to talk up her man is like, Megan, do something. What you have no game? She's horrific for that.
Horrific. But also, I'm trying to find out how Megan and Luke got together within these 5 months between summer and winter.
Same. I would like to see it.
Because by the winter timeline, it's looking like they're in a serious relationship.
Yes.
But only 5 months have passed. We don't know how long Luke and Isabella were dating.
Nope.
You know, or what caused them to break up. Like, we don't even know any of that yet, and I'm ready to learn.
Same.
Because he hopped from Isabella to Megan quickly, which I don't know how.
She's beautiful.
We know this. She's beautiful. Yes.
Yeah. It's like the friends to lovers trope. It almost always happens this way of like, once the friend that you always like knew one way starts changing, and you see them a different way. That's the kind of shit that they're doing. It's like, okay.
Oh, of course.
You weren't interested until Jeff was on it? Okay.
Exactly.
Later on, they go to the beach, and they're talking about how are we going to get into a club or a bar. And Jeff suggests we make fake IDs. He has his photography. Megan has all of the tech. Truly the most important. So,
which I don't know how. Like, how do these kids have this? How do they have this? How is it? It cannot be that easy to make a fake ID. Meanwhile, when you go to the DMV, you have to wait like 5 hours.
I know.
To get this shit done. Like, it cannot be that easy, or that not even that easy. It cannot be that accessible. Like, how do they have this equipment? all Megan has to do is put a little couple of symbols in the computer, make a little bit of code, and then the water print pops up. Like, and
That was wild.
how are they able to print out the actual card? That material,
That's what I thought too. That's exactly.
that
I was like,
material is
okay,
not easy.
it's
Like,
not. I don't know. I have no clue.
they don't have the scanning machines at the club to make sure this is a real ID. Like, what club they went
I
to?
don't think they have it any yet. It's 2000. You have to still think about that. They don't have that yet. Because I thought about that. I was like, they probably could get away with this then, because it's probably like not everywhere that there's a barcode at the back. I don't know.
I love how Luke and Jeff got clocked though
Yeah.
through astrology.
Yes. First, okay, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Let me back it up a
Okay.
little. So, one thing that does happen while she's coding is that a message pops up, an instant message.
Yes.
It says
Shout out to
C.
AIM.
Yes, I loved it.
Shout out to
C
AIM.
C C Bab age 5 messages her offering to show her some shortcuts. He's a great teacher. She quickly exits that chat, but it's like, okay, okay. And he says something about a C plus. That's important too. Isabella, Jeff, Luke, and Megan later go to the pub, ready to go in. Isabella has them lined up and was like, tell me what you're going to say and what you're not going to say. The boys, they do too much. Megan keeps it real simple. And she's like, all right, we're ready to go. And like you said, Luke doesn't know the sign for May 28th, which my thing is if you're going to have a fake ID, why don't you just put their real birthday, month, day, and then different year? So this wouldn't be a problem.
Exactly. Because when people lie, they do the most, okay? They can't do the least, which is exactly what Isabella had said. Like, when you're lying,
Mm-hmm.
do the least. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they used a completely different date of birth. But also, isn't this a small ass town and everyone knows each other? Or
I
did they go to a
guessed
club in a different town?
I guessed that they went to like a little different town, like just right
Okay.
outside. Because I don't think the sheriff's going to do his gambling right in his town either.
Girl, you jumped the gun.
I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. You jumped the gun already before.
Well,
But
the
yeah.
boys can't get in. The boys can't get in, so it becomes a cute little date night for the girls. And
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
this was real cute. They were having their little insecure moment, their little Molly and Issa at the club moment. They
Yeah.
were getting some drinks. I do not condone underage drinking, but they were getting their
No.
little drinks. This creepy 30-something-year-old man across the bar bought it for them and was just like, ugh. Um, and they're dancing like they're having a cute little
First of
time.
all, first of all, this is the first time Isabella gives some dumbass advice.
Yeah, her
And the
outfit was
dumbass,
cute though.
it was very cute. The dumbass advice that she gives is, okay, we got these rum and cokes to look
Yeah.
older. We're going to hold them and then we're going to dance. First of all, everyone hates your ass when you're drunkenly dancing on the dance
Yes.
floor. It's
Yes.
just
Yes.
bound to spill on someone and you look
Yes.
sloppy. But
Yes.
they made sure to make it look like they're living their best lives. And Isabella says a few things here. She says rum and coke was her first
Mm-hmm.
drink
Mm-hmm.
with Lisa, and yeah, she's kind of repeating some Lisa things in this friendship. So yeah, this is the first time Megan has ever drank. Jeff and Luke sit in the car. Luke is like a little sad and he's like, so you're hanging out with Megan? And Jeff was like, yeah, I am. So they just decide they're going to sit in the car. Luke is like a little pissy. Honestly, Jeff is cool. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm not stressing. We can chill here in the car as
Because
they have fun.
Jeff finally like is Jeff had his, his cute little like technology moment in Megan's room. So he's feeling like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I got this in the bag. Luke is realizing that other people are checking for Megan and Megan might be checking for them too. and
Mm-hmm.
that he's losing her. Like I think like yeah, he's having the delayed response that Megan had when she saw him getting close with Isabella.
True, true.
Hmm.
So later on, these girlies did shots, which I'm like, Megan is already going to be thrown up. Like, they had her too put together for what she was doing on her first night drinking. But, Megan goes to the bar. She sees a sheriff. He goes to the pool table and he starts whipping out some cash. And Megan was like, immediately, no, we gotta go.
Yeah.
We gotta go, girl. So they run to the car. Luke and Jeff um, are like, all right, let's peel out of here. And they go back to Luke's. There, Jeff and Megan, I liked the staging of this scene. They're
That
on
was
the
good
tennis
staging. That was good
court.
staging. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
talking, and Megan's so happy. And yeah, Jeff kisses her. It
Yeah,
looks
he
so
shoots his
cute.
shot. It was
Mm-hmm.
cute. It was cute, but it wasn't a pinball machine lighting up.
Yes, that's what she says later. And it's
Yes.
like, that's fine. The first
That's
time
fine. That's
you
perfectly
kiss a boy, it's
fine.
like, you don't need to be dreaming of marrying him. That is
I mean,
A-okay, girl.
of course not. But I mean, I get it. Like, I've definitely had some kisses where it's like, oh my God, like this is fireworks in my body. And then there's some kisses where it's just like, that was nice, but it wasn't orgasmic or anything. And
Yeah.
that's okay too.
Yeah.
But you know how these type of shows are. It's like, oh, it wasn't fireworks, then he's not the one for you.
Yeah.
Or like that was they put that in there to let us know that this is not gonna last and that
Pretty
when she
much.
does kiss Luke, it is gonna be like pinball machines lighting up.
It better be a good scene. That's what I'm gonna
It better
say.
be a good scene. It better be a good scene, but also I do want to add in that like okay, like first, yes, it's true that some people you kiss them, it's amazing. Other people,
Mm-hmm.
it's just okay, and that's fine. But also, sometimes you do things with a person for the first time, and it's just okay. But you can work it up to being
Mm-hmm.
amazing, right? Like you can
Absolutely.
instruct each other, you can like direct each other, and that shit's sexy. So like maybe this first kiss was fine, but the next one's gonna be amazing. She did say, "I can't wait to do it again." So
Exactly.
progress is possible. Yo, my first kiss was so bad. It was in the stairwell. It was in high school. It was in the stairwell, and his lips were like, it like he like sucked my whole mouth. It was so bad. It was very slimy.
Oh.
And so that was not a good first kiss. But the next time I had to like, use my lips to tell him what the fuck to do. And it got a little bit better, but we only dated
Mm-hmm.
for a week. So
So high school. I love
so
that
high
story.
school. Yeah.
My first kiss, I will say it was pinballs lighting up. But this is the thing, is that
Ooh.
I didn't know that I could breathe during a kiss. So I like literally took my breath away, holding my breath during the kiss, and then I had to like pull away for a breath. And I was just like, oh my God. I was probably like lightheaded, but I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Um, that's I love that you said that because breathing does play an important part when it comes to like any kind of like physical intimacy. Like sometimes like I mean this is more sexual, but like, sometimes loss of air could really heighten things. But other times but
After you just said, I don't want to die from
after I just said I
drowning
don't want to die, but like
or
but sometimes
suffocation.
no suffocation except for if it's an orgasm. But sometimes like deep breathing is actually it heightens an orgasm too. So like
Yes.
breath plays a really important role on both ends of the spectrum.
Yes.
I'm here for all of it.
Absolutely.
Breathing, no
So
breathing, like
Luke is across the way with Isabella. She's talking about something, but he ain't hearing it because what he's doing is he's seeing if Jeff and Megan are breathing. while they're kissing. He is up in it.
Yeah, he's all up in their mouths from far away. And then he gives Isabella like a pity, not a pity kiss, but like a
I don't
I
feel
need to
good
be
right
kissing
now, so I gotta
someone.
build myself
Yeah,
up. Yeah,
exactly,
kiss.
exactly. Like Megan's kissing, I need to be kissing someone. And I mean, it's interesting because it felt like their first kiss from the previous or the episode before the previous
Yeah.
episode felt like it was a pinball machine kiss. Their cute little
Mm-hmm.
moment in the water, but nah. Luke is off that. He's just like, nah, my best friend slash possible actress is interested in someone. This is
Yeah.
not good.
Not good. Not good.
And
Um,
interestingly, Isabella does not notice this. Like she doesn't peep the fact that
it,
like
that's what
which is
I
interesting
noticed
because she's such a
too.
perceptive person. Like why would she not notice that he's checking her out? Like
I don't know. I don't know, but I need Isabella to start waking up. Start waking
right,
up. Maybe it's
right.
the alcohol. Maybe it's the alcohol. I'm gonna
Maybe
blame
it's
it on the
alcohol.
alcohol.
Yeah, blame it on the booze. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now we're in December, honey. Prepare yourself because it's another blue timeline. Megan is reading up on white hat hackers and how they be making their money. She's like, maybe I can do this in like college or something. Then all of a sudden, there's a whole noise downstairs. Turns out that the pipes gave out. There's leaking from the ceiling. We find out that it's going to cost $6,000 to fix, which they ain't got. Debbie suggests going to Steve for help. Isabella then,
Megan Megan has 900 in her saving. So we're
yes,
like a sixth of the way there. And then Isabella is just like, comes out of nowhere. I got 5 grand, which is the 5 grand that we hear about in the previous episode in that last timeline. So she's just walking around with 5 grand
apparently.
in cash.
She claims it's from her parents as a Christmas gift to buy
Nah,
herself a Christmas gift.
nah. They could have written her a check. They could have written
Absolutely.
her a check that she cashes for Christmas. Like,
Yes.
who walks around with 5 grand? Maybe she is on the run.
A very sketchy person. A
A
very sketchy
very,
person.
yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, but Megan is on her pride shit and she says
Yes.
absolutely not. She doesn't want to accept money from really anyone, but she's not in the position to not. They don't have a ceiling. So, Luke, Debbie, and Megan go to the Chambers home. It's so awkward. Everyone's just standing around looking at each other. Steve
First
tells
of all, why did they even like you can just tell that that was the writers like trying to make shit happen. Like
and
that
did
was one of
they?
those moments and did they? That was one of those moments that like took me out of the show and I was just like I know the writers are doing this on purpose because nothing is natural about that being their first resort, right? Like there's nothing natural about like considering that this sex tape situation is so fresh in their minds, like
Yeah.
how is that the first place you want to go? Like y'all don't have a neighbor, y'all don't have family. Like come on, son.
That's the thing. They've been here their whole lives, and yet you would think the only family friends that they've ever met is the Chambers family.
It makes no sense.
It
This
makes
could have
no
been an
sense.
opportunity to like either introduce a new character or like build up a different relationship that's happening. But you knew the writers were like, nah, we gotta have them in a home together. It was very much giving like the office dinner party. Like
Yeah.
we're gonna have this like high
Oh my
tension
God.
moment where everyone is experiencing some kind of like intense emotion and we're gonna let a lot of cats out of the bag. And one of the first things that comes out is that Luke, Megan, and Isabella are in the kitchen, and he's basically letting them know, like, oh, like I got y'all, like, we got the guest rooms made for y'all, we got some snacks, and then his dumbass is like, oh, Isabella, Alma, I think that's her name, the cook, but he's just like, Alma made those crispy potatoes you like just for you. And Megan peeps that because it's just like, you my man, why are you like requesting special treats for
Look,
my best
Isabella has
friend slash
been
your
put
ex-girlfriend?
Isabella has
And
been sacrificed. Okay, let her get her potatoes,
let her
Megan.
get her potatoes. Of course, I'm always on Isabella's side. Let her get her crispy potatoes, but also like, you know that Megan is insecure. You know that Megan secretly, like, even though they're best friends, Megan does not like, yo, Megan is not Isabella's friend, yo. Like, let's just say it. That is not her friend. So when Luke said that, you see Megan kind of do like a bombastic side eye at Isabella, and she kind of puts that in the back of her mind, like, oh, like, when was the last time that Isabella came here for Luke to like remember that she likes that shit? Her dumbass not thinking about the fact that it's only been 5 months since all of this happened.
Right, she
Like,
hasn't been here for years.
she hasn't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like who knows? Maybe Isabella and Luke broke up in like September. You know what I'm saying? Like, it
Yeah.
hasn't been like a long period of time for Luke to not remember that this is her favorite snack, right?
Yeah.
But then the second cat out the bag is that yeah, Megan tells Luke, I need to take a shower. And Luke is like, all right, go to my bathroom. His fucking bathroom in his fucking room. She goes to the bathroom trying to pick out a fresh towel. She finds Isabella's bikini, blue bikini from like earlier in the season when they had that pool party
I
in Luke's
mean,
bathroom.
he did say he had one just like it.
He did. He definitely said that. So
So,
again, we don't know when they broke up. We say the writers are intentionally not giving us this timeline yet,
mm-hmm.
but Megan is heated. Megan is heated, and instead of confronting Luke, who she immediately goes talk to, she confronts Isabella. Listen, I cannot stand Megan. Megan and Isabella are not friends. They are
Megan
not
is not
friends. Like,
Isabella's friend.
yes,
Megan is
Megan is
not
not
Isabella's
Isabella,
friend.
but Isabella is definitely Megan's friend for in like the worst ways.
And speaking of what Isabella was doing when Megan approached her, is that she was
Yes,
in Brent's room looking for some more tapes, and then she just comes off rip and she tries to walk it back so quick because
but again,
Isabella,
good. Oh, sorry. Again, good friend because she's over here looking for more tapes.
exactly, or just a good person, honestly,
Good person. Yeah.
because at this point it's not going to be about Megan, it's going to be other women, other
Right.
girls.
Right. Right. Exactly.
So yeah, and Isabella's just like, hold on. I know you're not. After I'm getting slut shamed by everyone, you won't act like I'm also like somebody's side chick, like your man's side chick when I'm doing all this for you two. And she instantly tries to walk it back. She's like, oh my God, I'm just stressed out about the pipes. And it's like, girl, you should have thought of that before you open your mouth. Because what is wrong with you? And then Isabella says, do you need me to kill for you in order to prove how I feel? And this gave me Mal and Yoli from the ultimatum. When Mal is like, do you need niggas to die for you?
Yep.
Just
Yep.
dramatic as hell.
Yep. But even the fact that Isabella said that is wild to me. Like, the way that this show just casually throws out these like
Murder.
murderous dialogue is like
Yeah.
so flippantly. Like, a lot of TV shows do that or like movies do that when it's like a murder themed show. Like,
Yes.
Scream does that a lot. Scream does that a lot. I get it, but it's like sometimes it's just like, oh my God, like, come on, yo.
Like, are y'all out there talking about I will murder for you? Me and Alisha have been friends for how long? I don't think we've ever said that shit to each
Yeah,
other.
we've never exactly, like, it's so weird. But yeah, for her to
Very.
go, like, she went from 0 to 100 real quick by saying that. Well, no,
Mm-hmm.
it was more like 50 to 100 because she was already like tight.
She has been building up. She's been building
She's
up
been
this whole
building
entire time.
up.
Spilled over. Another scene where everything basically spills over is at dinner. So Brent, it's just the kids. Brent is going off on Isabella because he still thinks that she slept with Luke. And then the parents come in, and Debbie is like, how about you apologize to Isabella? And he apologizes, but it's like very blah. And then she's like, you could show some more remorse. Steve then comes in and was like, I think this is enough. Megan calls him out for having more tapes. And Debbie's like, more tapes? Like, this needs to be charges. Like, and obviously Debbie's actually coming from the standpoint of protecting her own child, and Steve has no clue, and his only thing is like protect my child, but really is protect
Legacy.
my reputation. So
Right.
it's a hot mess. steve
It's
then
a hot
decides
mess.
Steve decides to slut shame now Debbie and was like, you got pregnant twice by a man basically without getting married. And I'm just like, where
That was
are.
appalling. Like, Steve is the devil. Steve is a demon. Like,
A
but also
whole
shout out to
demon.
Debbie because this is the most parenting she has shown in 4 episodes. Okay. Like, I was
Absolutely.
proud of our girl Debbie in this scene. Like, I was just like, yes, like I know you're mainly standing up for your daughter right now. I'm still proud of you for like being supportive right now. Um, but yeah, the ways that these men at this dinner table were so quick to try and shut these women up, like they were just like, oh, let's
Mm-hmm.
just have a nice dinner. Like, oh, he already
Mm-hmm.
apologized. Oh, let's
Mm-hmm.
just keep eating. And it's just like,
And
what
it's
is wrong
important
with
to note.
y'all?
It's important to note. Luke doesn't say shit. Not really.
But he's the
So
most important person to Megan.
this is why it's like not all men, but all
And
men.
it's all men. It's all fucking men. And then on top of that, Megan has the nerve to shut Isabella up at one point and be like, "This is not about you." And it's just like, damn. Like, do you remember that point?
Yes, I wanted to tip that whole table over because what do you mean it's not about you? What do you mean it's not? Then if we're gonna go there, then just say you're in it. Just say you're in it, so it can all be out on the table. Because
Exactly. Like exactly. First of all, Megan and Luke need to break up because he's not a good boyfriend. Okay.
no, no,
Period. Or a good
no,
friend.
no.
Like this sex tape leaks, and what he's most worried about is looking like a cheater. Period. Like, and it's just like, yes, that is something to worry about, but like this is a sex tape that leaked. Like, do you know how fucking scary that is? And a black girl is taking the blame for this, right?
Yes,
Like,
yes.
not your own girlfriend, a black girl. That's terrifying. Like, but you don't care. Nobody fucking cares. Not even the
Nobody
best friend cares.
cares.
Nobody
Nobody
cares.
cares.
Nobody cares. Instead, you got Megan over here accusing her of cheating now after she just tried to loan you $5,000.
Wild, wild. Which, by the way, Megan does bring up to Luke before all this as
Yes,
well. And Luke is like, oh, she's
yes.
trying to help. And then she susses out, oh, you guys have been talking. She even talked to you about potentially giving this money to me. So then she goes the whole, like, both of y'all can't understand it because you don't come from the same financial background as
Which is
me.
valid. Which is
It's
valid.
valid. It is valid. But yeah. We also find out after this that Megan doesn't want to take the Chamber's money because she already got help keeping her scholarship. So this family is already starting to feel indebted to this other
Yeah,
family, and it's
yeah.
wild. But Steve sent the plumbers. Debbie says it was his way of an apology. Don't say that, Debbie. Don't say that, Debbie, because I in the past have assumed when people have done services for me after they wronged me that was an apology. And I find out no. It's not.
It's not.
They just want to keep it moving, and it's like they don't think they have anything to apologize for. So, nah, Debbie, he's used to doing things for others in hopes that he gets a reward at the end, as we saw with the sheriff. So keep that in check.
Right. He's gonna hold that over you one day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if
Yeah.
not tomorrow.
Do we? Debbie works for him. I don't know. Debbie needs to do something else. I want her to get out
Debbie
of these
does need
men.
to do something else.
Like, it's not. It's this is not good. This is not good that this is our options. So yeah, and then we see Megan open a report card. It has straight A's but one C plus. So now Megan's not doing homework. So now Megan is scamming her way into college. Megan, I thought the whole point of you not having a personality was because you were working so hard to be a coder and getting in. What do you mean? You haven't earned your grades.
But don't we know that Megan doesn't end up going to that college? Because isn't
We
that
do.
the December timeline?
It is the December, but I'm just saying the
Because and I
audacity.
the audacity, and also their business plan, or was it a business plan between Steve and Debbie? It falls through because of the sex tape. It was some
Yes,
kind
that's
of
a biggie.
investment that they wanted
Mm-hmm,
that falls through
mm-hmm.
because the person was just like, y'all don't align with my morals. Fucked up. Fucked up.
I mean,
Fucked up,
honestly,
but also like realistic.
Steve's family is a freaking risk. Like,
It
it's
is
a risk.
because they're, yeah, it's
They're
a risk. His
sketchy.
family's terrible. There's so many
It
things that he's probably covered up that we have yet to know about. Again, the curse, the fucking curse of white supremacy, okay?
like
And
it was
patriarchy and shit, like misogyny and shit, like
yeah, it was the right outcome for the wrong like
for the
reasoning or
wrong
message,
offense. Yeah.
but it's like, nah, you didn't deserve it. And I don't care if you're all mad that you didn't get it. You don't deserve anything good.
Right.
July
At all.
23rd.
At all.
July
He's
20.
disgusting. Oh,
Disgusting.
July 23rd.
1999. We're in the Green Matrix now. Megan leaves the house at night to throw something away. Isabella watches and she goes to check, and it's like a bloody cloth. And she looks
Yeah.
surprised by this, which is interesting. I'm guessing this is what she did to like
Yes.
clean everything up.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also you see these kids are so dumb because like why
So
would you
dumb.
not wash that cloth at least, right? Bleach
Not
it or
even.
something.
Not
You
even.
put that fucking red ass bloody ass cloth in the garbage at the top. She didn't even try to like fold some shit over it. Like when Isabella threw out those pills, at least she at least she crushed the bottle and she pushed some tissues and she pushed it into the fucking toilet. She knows how to throw away stuff, even though if it's not perfect. Megan had that shit at the top of the garbage can,
Megan, even
not rinsed or nothing.
even
Like,
in a past episode, we saw Isabella burn a tape on the ground. First of all, it was on the ground. I was like, can we get a fireplace? Can we get a fire pit? Nah, but she still knew, let's burn this. Why didn't you burn something? Y'all light fires all the time around here. It's July.
but yeah, Megan wants to be a hacker.
So
Like,
dumb.
like you need to know how to be secretive.
She don't know. She don't know.
She doesn't. Yeah.
Megan's lawyer questions her after being caught in that lie. Where did she go after that party with Luke? She claims they went to the cabin. And he's like, the murder scene? The last place? It's not looking good. Megan tells her lawyer that she last saw Luke early Saturday morning. And he questions if she's lying. Is there anything else? Probably. Probably.
Of course, there's something else. Yeah. These niggas don't tell the truth? Of
Nah.
course. These kids are lying about everything.
Everything.
We're not going to
Everything.
find out the truth until the last 2 minutes of the entire season.
This is true. This is true. But we're going to try here at Black by
I
Podcast.
can't wait. I feel like it's going to be so spooky, just like the last one. Yo, that last one,
So spooky.
that was in my brain for a long time.
Yeah, I
She
think
fucking heard her downstairs and she was like, oh, let me go. I gotta go. Like, she walked out. She did an about face and walked. She was about to open the door and she's like, nah. Who? The writers gotta top that, okay? They gotta top that.
I know.
I don't know how they're going
The
to.
thing is, they don't have a question about anyone's character the whole time like they did with the first season. So it's like now, in the first season, it was all about having something to prove. This little girl didn't do it and all that. And then we find out that
That's true. This season, everyone is sketchy to a degree.
Yeah.
I actually think that the way, like, it would be really cool if the way that things are revealed in the last moments of the end of the show is through a camera, like through us watching a recording of something. Since they want to use cameras
that
so
would be
much,
so creepy.
I feel like we're gonna see like another tape situation. Just like,
if that happens, it would probably be Jeff. Like, I only can imagine it's like Jeff in his room or something.
Like watching the tape.
I don't want
Like,
I don't
like
want
I
that.
feel like it has to be on tape because tapes are so pertinent to this season. Last season it was AIM again. It was DMing.
Yeah.
This season, I think it's gonna be through a tape. I think something's gonna happen, and that would be a brilliant way to end the show if we see something spooky on the tape and then it's like, roll the fucking credits.
We'll see. We're back at this sheriff's office, y'all. We are not leaving anytime soon. Megan is in
that
for
sheriff
questioning.
is working overtime. He is taking all of his meals there. He is showering in the bathroom. Like, he is living. He doesn't have like a wife and kids. He is like, or a husband and kids. He is living at this police station. He's like, I'm gonna figure out who the fuck killed this child. Like,
yeah.
That's the only case they're taking right now. You know, the other cases are not important.
It probably isn't. Steve probably is like, you better handle this right now.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's a small town too. So like, this probably is like the only case right now.
Yeah. Well, that's for
well,
hope.
that's another conversation.
Yeah. Sheriff pulls out a letter from Luke to his dad about going to Virginia to see family, and it has Megan's fingerprints on it. First of all, how did they get Megan's prints? Who put her in the system for this to be a possibility? Because I'm tired about hearing these fingerprints, y'all.
I'm tired too. Yeah, I don't know.
Don't give the cops your fingerprints. Don't do it, because this is a whole problem. Megan admits that Luke mentioned he planned to run away. So now Luke run away. And he keeps pushing her. She says he was scared and she don't know why. And the lawyer was like, we gotta go. And that's what a lawyer's for. So Debbie later. Debbie?
That's exactly what a lawyer's for. To tell you when to shut the fuck up. Like, we gotta stop talking. We didn't discuss your lines. Okay?
We didn't.
End scene.
Debbie, back at home, snatches Megan's headphones clear off her head and was like, what do you mean you knew Luke ran away? Steve has been stressing. And it's like, fuck Steve. How about that?
Fuck Steve.
And Megan says that she was supposed to put Luke's letter in the mailbox, and when she returned to the cabin, he was gone. And then she never heard from him after that. So I don't think Luke ever made it out. Well, he definitely didn't make it out.
Yeah, he definitely didn't.
So he was missing. He probably got murdered that day.
Yeah.
But then
Probably.
we're thinking they're like
But
involved. Oh no. Oh no.
and then the sheriff makes this wild accusation. Are we there yet?
I say that sheriff goes to Megan's home. He has a
Okay.
warrant. He thinks he's
Yes.
looking for fraud. He's looking for
The
fraud, y'all.
laptop, the chunky laptop.
And Megan's guilty because she's freaking the hell out, as if she
Yeah.
never knew that this was a possibility. So
She
they
didn't. They should have checked her trash. They should have done that. Like, she is so sloppy. She's so
very
sloppy. She's gonna
sloppy.
be a terrible hacker.
Very. So they end up leaving with it. Isabella, she just opens the door. In this timeline, in this green timeline, all they do is stare at each other.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't talk. They're not friends.
How are you
Finally, for
living?
real, they're not friends.
Yeah. How are you living on the same property and you just go and like staring at each other's face and then just go
Right.
about your business is wild. So yeah, not looking good for Megan. And Megan calls someone on the phone after that saying that the sheriff took her computer. She's not sure she got the code right. But back at the sheriff's office, we see him over this cop coder on this laptop, and sheriff is like, click that file, and boom, all of a sudden a virus is
Virus.
out. Things are getting corrupted, so she might have got it right. And who was that on the phone?
Yeah.
Was it C Baba 5 or whatever? Maybe. Oh, now we need to know that. Is C Baba 5 someone we know?
I would love a crossover. Or is that too
What do
predictable?
you mean a crossover?
What if someone from the first season is like a
Oh.
minor character in this one? Because they were, she was the first season, people were DMing too. Oh
Mm-hmm.
wait, but we found out who they were, right? So maybe
Yeah,
it wouldn't
and
be
does anyone
relevant.
have this kind of capabilities on the computer from season one? It's a big
I don't
question.
think so. I don't think so. You're right.
Yeah.
I just would love a crossover though.
I think it's like someone we know as in like in this town, in this circle, you know?
Yeah,
That's why I'm
yeah,
questioning.
yeah.
We'll have to think about it. And lastly, at the end, I was gagged. I was gagged. Megan is questioned once again, and the sheriff brings up that she was pregnant. He
Yup,
theorizes that Luke didn't
yup.
want it, and she killed him, and she
Which is a
looks
wild
shook.
accusation. Is it just me or is that a wild
It
accusation?
is. It is.
Like, that's that is so wild to me. I was just like, what? That is so dumb.
You're
Like,
grasping at straws, truly.
grasping at straws. Like, you kill your possible baby daddy because he doesn't want to have the child. Like, that doesn't make sense. Take him to court. Like, like, the fuck, you need child support. Like, his
But
family is rich. Like,
though, who wouldn't like it? Steve.
I hate Steve. I
Steve
hate
wouldn't like
Steve.
it. Steve might do something to make sure, because he said in episode one, oh, that's just a little puppy love. That's not forever. And Debbie's like, why can't it be?
Yeah. Also, can I just say I can't stand when sex is used in shows as like a means to like there being a pregnancy.
Same.
Like that's never where my mind goes when I watch these shows. I'm always just like, oh, they came today. Like,
Yeah.
how many times did they come today? Like, I'm never thinking like, oh, this might be a plot point to a possible pregnancy. Like, I never
Yeah.
think that.
Yeah.
It's so wild how sex is used in media.
I agree. And like they really make it clear that an unmarried mom in this town is something to
Yup,
be like
yup,
ashamed of, and
yup.
Steve throws that in Debbie's face later.
Terrible that he did that.
So I'm suspicious of Steve now. Steve is now on my watch list.
You think Steve did something?
Maybe.
He is
Because
abusive.
now that she's pregnant with his grandson and he wasn't feeling this whole type of situation, he's losing money. Like, yeah, Steve is on a watch list. Steve.
And that 5 grand, I wonder what if that 5 grand was for a possible abortion
An
in the
abortion,
crawl
you said?
space. Yeah, in the crawl space. Like, what if she wanted an abortion and that's what the money was for in the crawl space?
Yeah. I also am thinking could be a paid for a hitman, maybe.
Against Luke?
um, no, maybe. Okay, so it's in her bag. Steve. Maybe Steve's doing a lot and he got to go. But then they missed and grazed Luke's ear. And now for some reason he's in the lake water. It doesn't make sense, but I'm trying to. I'm now Steve has moved Isabella down on my suspects of causation
Oh, I
of
believe
this.
Isabella is so innocent. I think she just has like the wrong, like her loyalties lie in the wrong place, basically.
She's
But
caught
I
in
think
white
she's
nonsense.
caught in white nonsense, but I don't think she did anything wrong. Like maybe she was there, maybe she helped, but I don't think she was the one to actually like do the bulk of the crime. And baby girl, she just she's a little lost, you know? She doesn't have
She's
her
very
parents, she
lost.
doesn't have like actual friends in her life. She's
Where's
moved around
Lisa?
so much. Where's Lisa?
I want to know where Lisa
Where is
is.
Lisa? I want to know who Lisa is. I want to know who Lisa is, if Lisa's even a real person.
Yeah, it would be amazing if we got a whole episode with Lisa. Ooh.
It would
Ooh.
be wild if Lisa is Isabella's original personality. She moved
Hmm.
around a lot. Maybe Lisa is who she used to be. But
I
she's
don't
just like talking
know.
about her as a best friend and like writing to herself as like a best friend because she was writing in her journal.
Yes.
Like, who knows, you know?
Wow. It's a theory for sure.
It's a theory, yes.
All right. How are we feeling after these 4 episodes? I'm feeling good. I feel like we got some more information, new questions. Now there's a pregnancy. Steve has only doubled down on his horribleness. Brent has only
Yep.
doubled down on his horribleness. Um, I do need a little bit more for Isabella. Like I need her to get more to do because right now we're watching her like a lot of her scenes is just looking at Megan, especially the green timeline. I need her something to do, but she's truly is the outsider in this, so it is
Yeah.
hard.
But she has such
Um,
a great looking face though.
yeah.
Like a great like stare. So it works. But yeah, she does need more action. She needs more lines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whew. But we did it. We caught up.
We
We
did. We
caught up.
caught up. Thank you guys for listening or watching.
Yes. Thank
Next
you.
week, that's gonna be episode 5. It's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.